Hi, I'm Richard Millis,
And I'm Michael Rubenstein.
and this is our presentation for our finance project about our company High Velocity Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility.
Now, at High Velocity Baseball and Softball Training Indoor Facility, we are dedicated to providing the highest quality service and value to our customers. Our job over at High Velocity is to make your son and or daughter the very, very best athlete that he or she can be. We will not rest until this has been achieved. The vision we have for High Velocity Baseball and Softball that separates us from any other indoor facility in the great state of California. Yes, we want our athletes to train to be the very best, but the intention and the instruction we provide and the strive for perfection we have, we will not rest until we feel that each of our athletes have reached their full potential. We want our customers to feel a part of our family, and we want them to come back day after day or week after week and always look forward to coming back and visiting us. Some strengths and weaknesses we'll have. Our strengths, there's not really any competition that we'll face in the city of Riverside, California. This is an established location already, so people will already know the location and they'll feel compelled to visit us and to see the changes and upgrades that we will bring. Due to city laws, there is a set mandatory distance that companies that share the same category must be from each other. So competition will not be a problem if any new businesses arise around our area or want to arise. The weather conditions will not be a factor because this will be an indoor building and it can be cooled if we need to. The knowledge of the sport of baseball that myself and Rich bring is, better than anything around in this area. Since the city is predominantly white and Hispanic, there'll be a large contingent of baseball and softball playing families, so it'll be a great area for us to be in.
Perfect.
Some weaknesses we have, since we are moving into a new area and we are from Michigan, we're not entirely sure what to expect coming from out of state. During the hot summer months, baseball sales are a little low due to summer baseball, so we have to prepare for that. We might have a bad reputation to overcome due to the fact we're buying off of a new location from someone else, and maintaining costs to keep the facility at the pristine level we always want it to be at.
And now for our opportunities, we want to take full advantage of the lack of competition in the area and use that lack of competition to our benefit by offering a better service than maybe the previous owners brought to the table. We can take advantage of the demographics too that suit the needs of our company. With all the young talent in the area, and with Riverside in the California area being a hotbed for baseball talent and softball talent, we feel like this is a great opportunity for our company. We have the possibility to expand outside of our initial location with also the opportunity to do camps and clinics and baseball tournaments throughout the warm seasonal climate of California. Another opportunity is to gain more knowledge in the sport of baseball and softball. Me and Mike do have a pretty high knowledge of baseball and softball, but there's always room to grow. We'd also like to expand our foundation, the Riverside Movement Foundation, and surround that to other areas so that inner city youth and people that aren't fortunate enough to be in a situation to actually play a sport such as baseball can have the opportunity to do that for very cheap. And then also we'd like to attract the former customers of the company that was there before us, and also maybe take customers from surrounding areas that maybe went to other facilities and they didn't really like the experience. Now for our threats, we feel like we might not be able to grow our customer base. Maybe the area is maxed out, but that's probably not an issue. We also fear that one of our threats might be the inability to attract former customers. Maybe these customers were so put off by previous management that they are never going to come back, but we'll try our best to bring them back. Weather is also a threat. Now being in Michigan in the winter months, it's very, Indoor, practicing indoors is
Necessary
because you can't play outside. In California, it's nice out spring, summer, and fall. and even in winter you could play outside. We need to find a way to, you know, make the weather not an issue, so people like practicing inside with us. Um, if the referrals that we get through, say, little leagues and coaches don't go well for our business, then we will lose their business because those clients, those children and coaches won't want to send their players to us to help them train. And also the state of the economy might hinder our business because people don't have a lot of discretionary income right now to, spend $50 for a half-hour lesson, or maybe, $10 at the batting cage. So that's a possible threat that we have to look at. Now, the reason we wanted to start this business is because Michael and I we grew up probably since we're 4 or 5 years old playing baseball year round, and it's something that we're very passionate about, and we still love to this day watching and playing it. We've also both worked in baseball facilities. I worked at Total Sports in Wixom, and Michael at Bullpen Sports in Novi. And
competitors.
Yeah, competitors and rivals. So we do have a lot of experience in that field, and we know the costs that are involved. And I personally have done a lot of baseball tournaments and camps and clinics. And I mean, what have you done with?
I've done a lot. I have been the manager of the bullpen, as well as helping out with camps and clinics and tournaments as well. So the knowledge we both bring is incredible.
Perfect. And then, I mean, we feel like Southern California is a hotbed for baseball talent, and that it's a really good opportunity for us. And who knows, if we start this business, it could definitely take off.
And it's also a hotbed in general, and I will not mind moving there one bit.
For the weather. But then also, Michael has experience with his foundation, or it's not a foundation technically, right? It's
still a fundraiser, but with the experience I had with the fundraiser that I put on, it's taught me a lot about fundraising and philanthropy. So we have decided to incorporate a foundation into our company, which is called the Riverside Movement Foundation, and it's aimed at giving underprivileged youth an opportunity to play baseball or softball, as well as children who don't have the funds to play as well. So we're using this foundation in conjunction with our new business, and we will be going all over the state of California to do this.
All right. So for our business goal.
Our business goal is, the goal of our business is to give our customers the same excitement and joy that me and Rich have for baseball and softball. And, we want them to experience the exact same thing we do.
Yeah.
We want them to foster this excitement by making both baseball and softball fun, but also teaching them the fundamentals to our customers. Not only will we teach fundamentals, we'll work with each customer one-on-one to make them feel like they're very, very special and we're only working with them. We want every customer to feel like they have our full attention and they're progressing to the best player they can be, period. We'd like to use the success of our business to further grow our foundation, the Riverside Movement. Each year, we'd like to take a chunk of our net income and plant that into our foundation to help grow it to the potential we think it could be.
All right. And as for our purchase agreement, the facility is in Marietta, which is a suburb of Riverside. And it's a beautiful facility. It's only 5 years old. It's 15,804 square feet, ventilated.
Very big.
It's a very large facility. There's 8 separate batting stations that
8?
8 stations.
Wow, we have a lot.
Yeah, 8 stations that offer all our customers plenty of room to practice softball, baseball. The machines are state-of-the-art iron mic. They go 35 to 80 miles per hour.
Now, they do go 35 to 80, but we have Rich over here to throw harder if it needs to happen.
So then we also have training tunnels, which is where Michael and I will be doing our instructions for our hourly lessons or half-hour lessons. And then we also have a pro shop where all our players, coaches can purchase bats, gloves,
apparel,
pretty much anything baseball related. We also have a snack shop
that I'll be living in.
And then second floor mezzanine where we can throw birthday parties, team meetings, any private event that
In my bed.
that can add more money to our business. Now the building it has a $7,500 lease per month. The nice thing with this business is that they're selling pretty much everything inside of it. They're selling all the nets, the machines, even office furniture.
So basically, it comes fully furnished for us.
Basically,
Yeah.
It's just you come in. All we need is office supplies, which we'll get to later in the presentation. I mean, it's perfect because the competition in the area isn't that great. So, especially for batting cages, I mean, we have state-of-the-art batting cages, and that is one of the things that I think is successful about this business. I feel like the previous owners didn't, maybe market enough. Maybe their customer service wasn't great either.
And that's our number one goal.
Yeah, and that's our number one goal, definitely. I think that we have our income statement,
which we'll just go over briefly. Yeah. We do have it attached. So we'll first start with our rent, which we will anticipate for $90,000, and we got this by averaging a couple numbers, combining some numbers, and we came up with $90,000.
Yeah, it was on the square footage, but also based on other buildings in the area.
Correct. Of that. For our food costs, is any food we'll have to bring in for birthday parties, for lunches, for camps. We will not have any food in-house that we'll be making. The only food we'll have in-house is just in our snack machine. Cleaning supplies, just cleaning up any messes we have to clean up throughout the year. We anticipate that is going to be $500. Our gas bill, we anticipate will be around $7,350. Our advertising cost is $3,000. The reason they're $3,000 right now, for a baseball facility, advertising isn't something that is necessarily needed because the number one tool we utilize is word of mouth. So for our first year, we're going to use our advertising cost to get us out there so people know about us. And after that, they'll begin to go down. Our utilities cost is about $11,760. I'm sorry. And the salaries for our employees and me and Rich total out to $108,000.
And that was for some other employees too, like basic, like custodians, hourly workers, minimum wage, simple stuff. And then for our depreciation expense, we used a 10-year, 10% straight line depreciation, and that came to $6,600. We ended up getting a total of $204,000, and with a net income of $31,517. And this is a rough number. A lot of these numbers are variable, that they could change year by year. But since the business is bought pretty much fully furnished with all the equipment that we need, we really just worry about how much business we can bring in. We also have included our maps, which is in the document. We felt like our startup costs would be around $105,349.
Mm-hmm.
The cost of the business itself, the asking price was $75,000. The rent being $16,000. Utilities $11,760, like we said before. The computer systems was $1,839.40, and we figured for this company we need at least 2 computers, and also included in the computer system is the actual Comcast small business internet plan, which is included in that number.
Now I know if you're wondering why we did decide to get this so high, I know in my past experience, and I'm sure Rich can say the same thing, we've had times during our work experience where the computers have crashed. So we are using the state-of-the-art computers so we can make sure our customers will be taken care of and will never have any problems.
Exactly. And then we also wanted to invest $600 into a store sign, because I feel like that's the first thing that people will see when they drive by or when they walk up.
It's their first impression of our business.
We want to change all the preconceived notions of the business that people have had from the previous owners. And then basic office supplies is $150, and anything from papers and pens to anything else. Now, my position in the company is manager, but also
pitching instruction.
is pitching instruction, but also being a manager of the facility and making sure that all our events run on schedule. Just anything. Make sure the time management workflow is perfect. We want everything running at an efficient rate. I think it's crucial for me to delegate tasks to any of the employees that are under me and make sure that money is being spent on keeping the equipment and everything in the facility at its optimum rate, or I don't even know how to say it. But I think each year, if we could use maybe like 8% of our profit to invest into making our marketing a little bit better, so we can really branch out and reach out to all the teams in the area and make sure we get as many customers as we can. I think that'd be really beneficial for our company. Also, as a manager, I need to make sure that our finances are in check, make sure we're not spending money where we don't need to be, and I'm sure that's a problem that most managers have. As an instructor, I'd be delivering baseball and softball instruction to anybody from 4 or 5-year-olds up to 18-year-olds and young adults. I just want to generate excitement that I have for the game with my clients and make sure that they're loving being there and that they want to come back. They tell their parents, I love going to these lessons and it's making me better too. Hopefully we could also run tournaments, camps, and clinics at roughly 30% profit margin, which is included in our income statement, to each tournament giving us about $8,000 to $11,000 in profit.
Okay. I will serve as the marketing director and also just state director of the Riverside Movement Foundation through High Velocity Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility. The main responsibility will be to promote for the on the marketing side. Will be to promote our name, both our indoor facility as well as the foundation. My duties will be extremely difficult to accomplish due to the fact that I'll be, in essence, running two major company jobs. As the marketing director of High Velocity, I'll find unique ways to market our company and get the most bang for our buck. You will use unconventional methods of advertising through other baseball teams, through Facebook, through all social media, as well as a few other ways that we'll try to find out there. We'll also use our vast experience and network of athletes we both know to get an athlete to endorse us for more recognition. Through our foundation, we'll use our training facility to house the foundation. The main goal of the Riverside Movement Foundation is to teach baseball and softball to underprivileged children through California. With the connections that me and Rich both bring to our company, we will hold clinics all over the state of California, teaching young children from ages 3 to 4 all the way up to young adults the great sport of baseball and softball. All the money we raise through the foundation will go back into the foundation to further help our message of spreading athletics to children who wouldn't have the chance to without assistance. Now, I'm also a instructor as well for hitting, and all hitting instruction I'll be doing will be like how Rich said. Just reiterating what Rich said. He'll be doing everything from teaching people how to do everything, from learning things and just trying to share our wealth of knowledge with them and making them want to be a part of this. And that's all I'm going to do for hitting. And I'll also be working with pitching and fielding, and me and Rich will be working hand in hand.
All right. That is all. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.